So then it's a big thing. Okay, I think anybody who wants to do it should go ahead. कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है कि where it was, maybe some old this poor people के घर में था, or maybe uneducated parents. It really doesn't matter from where the child has come. The first 5 years, if you can put your samskaras, the child will be as you want. And make sure of that. And of course, the child will have its own destiny. We can't defy that. And that can happen even if we give birth. What we can contribute is genetics and a little bit of state of mind, during the pregnancy. But it's not so much. Like it won't be that damaging, which can't be changed. So with good thoughts and good faith, go ahead and do it. Whoever wants to do it. It's a good thing. Okay. So this was about adoption. See, it really doesn't matter. Suppose today I tell Akshita that you're an adopted child. How does it make a difference? We brought her up. We did everything. Everything was done by the parents. So how does it matter? Even if I'm told by my mother, you said perfectly fine. I don't care. Because finally the one who brought you up is your mother. Nobody else. So then we are more, attached kind of to the person who is actually bringing us up. So don't think of all these things. It really doesn't matter. If anybody wants to do it, please go ahead and do it. Okay. It saves a lot of effort for you also, where you have to go through pains and stuff sometimes. It feels good that, okay, I took so much pain, but still, if it's possible, definitely. So then we'll move on with the story with the pigs things. And of course, the conscious. We should not forget why we are not able to hear the soundless sound. What's the reason? There is some reason, because we are too stuck, as we come from this only, we are too stuck with the body. Too stuck with the body. We stuck not only with the body, the identity technically, and the body, of course. So when we are so stuck with the body, we are not going to be like, able to bring the body and the mind in alignment. And if these two are not aligned, there is no way we are going to hear the soundless sound. Okay, so the unstruck sound becomes like, kab sunenge, kab meditation hoga. Where is the alignment? There is no alignment. So then how do we align? We need to align the body and the mind. So this is the challenge. If the body is in a particular way and the mind is in a different way, then there is no sync between the mind and the body. Okay, sync is S-Y-N-C. Okay, there is no sync between the body and the mind. When this happens, there are small granthis formed in the body. Okay, knots. So these knots don't allow the prana to flow properly. Okay, and then starts the disease. So this is how we get our cysts, our tumors, our stones, and everything. Whatever disease we have is because of these granthis that form, these knots that form in the body. And they form because of the mind. Okay, the mind and the body are connected. If they're aligned, these knots don't form. And that's why we use the breath to connect both of them. The mind and the body connect with the breath. Okay, so we use the breath, we use the pranayama. We use even just deep breathing is enough. When you breathe, you connect the mind and the body. And you are at that time in sync. But otherwise, the breath and the body are disconnected. Okay, because you're breathing. But still the body is doing something else. You're not actually connected. Technically, only you feel you're breathing and then the body is doing something. That's why during yoga we say, in the asana, breathe. In the asana, you need to breathe. That moment, the body, the breath and the mind perfectly aligned. And that's why you feel good. Otherwise, right now we are breathing, but we are not aware. So that's the issue. We are not aware because the mind is not here. So there is a disconnect. There is a disconnect. This disconnect does not allow us to meditate. This disconnect does not allow a lot of things in the body to function properly. That's why they say while eating, don't watch TV. Because suppose you're watching something and that is a lot of violence, okay? There's going to be some cortisol that's going to be released in your system because there is some tension and you're eating. Imagine what happens to the food. So then there is acidity and stuff like that. So be very mindful of all these things. Okay, if you want to watch violence, then I wouldn't suggest because it's really not worth it. Even after a meal or before a meal, it's not worth it. So if you want to really watch something, it shouldn't, but still let it be more pleasant, more peaceful. Okay, so at least it does not destroy the sink. So be very careful about, very mindful about these things, because these granthis eventually form big diseases unnecessarily. So always be careful that the body and the mind are synced well. For that, you need to be more aware of your actions, everything we do, okay? But usually we forget that we are breathing because it's so natural now. So as far as possible, bring your awareness to your breath. Maybe keep an alarm or every 1 hour, just for 2 minutes, breathe with awareness. And then after 1 hour again, breathe with awareness, just basic breathing. It will sync the body nicely with the breath and the mind. Okay. So this is one way you can do it. But because of this, the sound of the conch is vary. Right now, let's get back to our Gita.